Let's solve some key questions on projectile motion past question. Now for JAMB, WAEC, NECO, POST-GME. Now as long as you are writing any of this exam, they need to take projectile motion very, very serious. So I want to solve some couple of questions in this video. Now this is not going to be the only video we want to solve when it comes to projectile. So I just want to solve some couple of questions that give a lot of students challenges. Just so now here we have a ball is projected horizontally from the top of a hill with a velocity of 20 meters per second. If it reaches the ground 4 seconds later, what is the height of the hill? Right? Now, before I continue here, now please, if you are writing JAMB in 2026 or you are writing JAMB or the upcoming JAMB and come across this video and you want to prepare very well, you want to pass very well, then you need to join a class, you need to join a system that works, a system that has produced 200 plus students every single year. Do you understand? So there's no point of you watching random videos. One of the main reasons why lab of students never prepare adequately is because they go ahead watching random video from different tutors, and you don't want to be like that. You want a well structured class. You want a class that can produce students that did very well. Now please, my class is not free. Let me make it clear now, right? So now our 3 months class is 29,000 for only the serious students. Now for those of you who will be switching from art to science or for sure science to science, and you don't really have a good background when it comes to science, now you can join our private one-on-one class. That one is what is monthly payments. Now I'm saying this now so that you know, just so you can start preparing yourself ahead. Just so now let's look at the question again, right? So look at the question here. Large majority of students will not be able to solve this question very well. They will fail this type of question, right? So now if you check it very well, they say a ball is projected horizontally. The ball is projected horizontally. Now when we talk about projectile motion, we have to call horizontal projection and vertical projection. Now for every projectile motion, we have to call the horizontal component and we have to call the vertical components. Now the horizontal component, we have what initial horizontal velocity. Now we have initial horizontal velocity, which called ux. Initial horizontal velocity. Initial horizontal velocity, that is called vx. Just that initial horizontal velocity, that is it is projected horizontally. Now we also have call uy. Now this uy means what? Initial vertical velocity. So these are the two key things you need to put in mind. If you look at the question very well, a ball is projected horizontally from the top of a hill with a velocity that is, this projection here is called horizontal projection. Just so it is called the initial horizontal velocity. Why? Because that is projected horizontally from the top of a hill with a velocity of 20 meters per second. Now most students will confuse what to be what we confuse this guy to be what vertical initial velocity. Now but it is horizontal, so it is what? It is ux. So my ux here is what 20 meters per second. Now if you check it very well, my uy is not given to me. So that is I can have it to be up to be 0 or it's not giving, right? Just so these are things you need to put in mind here. We are called the horizontal initial velocity and we are called vertical initial velocity. Now why do we pick this 20 meters per second as the horizontal? Why? Because that it is projected, the ball was projected horizontally with a velocity, so is ux, right? So my uy is 0. It's not given. Let's say it's 0. It's not given to me. Hope you understand. Now, if it reaches the ground, so the time it takes to reach the ground, that is t. The time it takes to reach the ground is what? Is 4 seconds, right? What is height? They are not asking of the height. Good. Look at something here. Whenever you see this kind of question, now the equations of motion should come to your mind. By now, you're supposed to know equations of motion. Just like you're supposed to know equations of motion. And we have 3 key equations of motion. Now remember, when the body is moving horizontally and vertically, please pay close attention here. Now remember, we have the equation of motion here. We have v is equal to u plus at, right? V equals to u plus at. V is what is the final velocity, u is what is the initial velocity, a is acceleration, t is what is time, right? We also have this guy here. S equals to ut plus half a t square, right? Then we have v square equals to u square plus 2ax. Now, if you are talking about a here, we are talking about horizontal motion. Horizontal is moving horizontally. Just like it's moving what horizontally. That's why we are using this one here. Now, but when it comes to what vertical motion up and down, guess what? The a will now become what g. Just the a will now become what g. So now remember, an object can either move against gravity or towards gravity. If you throw an object up, what happens? It is acting against motion. It is acting against the force of gravity. Do you understand? So when you throw an object up, remember, gravity is acting downward. But if you throw an object up, what will happen here? It's opposing gravity. So my a, now when talking about upward motion, my a equals to what minus what g. My a equals to what minus g. So if you substitute this one here, so you're going to get equation for upward motion. So which is going to be v equals to u minus gt. That is called upward motion. Now now my x is no longer distance again. It's now going to be height, travel, because horizontal is distance. When you throw it up or it's coming down, is height. So this s, which is distance, is now going to be what h equals to what ut. Now remember, g is now what minus s, so now going to be minus half gt square. Do you see that? Now then my v, what might be my v square equals to what u square minus 2gx. 2g what h, that is it. Now this is called the upward motion. Do you understand? This is called the upward motion. Now what about downward motion? Downward motion means that it's acting freely under the influence of gravity, that is coming downward. So here we have downward motion. Now downward motion is very easy. My a is equal to what g. Just a equals to g. So it's going to be what v equals to u plus gt, right? Then h equals to ut plus half gt square, right? Then here we have v square equals to u square plus what 2gh, right? So here we have downward motion or upward motion. Here are our parameters here. Now if you check it very well, see that a ball is projected horizontally from the top of a hill. That is projected from the top of a hill with what horizontal initial velocity 20 meters per second. If it reaches the ground 4 seconds, what is the height? So now if you check it very well, is at the height is falling downward, so is what is acting in the influence of gravity. So we are not going to use this one here. We are using this guy here. We are using this one. So this one we are using. we are using here. Now we are looking for what, for the height. So there's no way I'm going to use this guy. This one is hard because there's no height here. Is either here or here, right? So if you check it very well, here we have h equals to ut plus half gt squared. Here is very easy here. There's no time here. It is obvious that this is the one we are going to what, make use of. This is the one we are going to what, make use of. So we're now making of h equals to what, ut plus half gt squared, right? This is what we are now using here. Now the problem most of them we have now, or the problem most of them use now, is this. Now remember, this one you are seeing here, ux is what, is horizontal initial velocity, while my uy is what, is 0 meter per second, 0 meter per second, because it's not given to you. Now the mistake most people make here is that this u here, because we are talking about height, we are talking about what, height, this u here is initial vertical velocity. Initial vertical velocity. Do you understand? So this u here is what, is actually what, uy. So you are not going to use this 20 there. You are going to use this 0 here. Hope you understand. So it's not going to be h equals to 0 times t. T is what, is 4. Remember, nt times 0 is 0 here, plus half times 10 times what, my t is what, is 4 square, right? Here we're giving 0 here, so here we have h equals what, half times 10 times 16. Why is 16 here? Because 4 times 4 is what, is 16. So these are going to here we have 5, right? 5 times 16 . 5 times 16, here we have what, 80 meter. So this is not the answer. 80 meter is what is the answer. Now there's a reason why I'm explaining like this, so that you can understand the concept very well. I don't just want to rush it and just put the formula and just solve it. I want to understand the concept, even though you don't understand projectile motion, or even though you have not studied projectile motion. But this video should give you a clear idea what projectile motion means and how you can solve problem on projectile motion. Understand that I have a lot of videos. I have a lot of videos when it comes to what, JAMB, WAEC, or math, chemistry, physics. Just so that is why you want to join our class. If you need a private class, send me a message on WhatsApp. If you want to be part of our system 3 months class, send me a message on WhatsApp. Then you make your payment. So this was the first question. Look at what the second question. Now look at what this second question here. Please pay close attention to this second question. This is that a body is projected with an initial velocity u at an angle theta to the horizontal. The time taken by it to reach its maximum height is given by the expression. Now there's no way you are going to see question on projectile motion and you are not going to see that, you are not going to see question under when the body is projected with an angle theta to the horizontal. So now whenever a body or an object is projected with an angle to the horizontal, there are 4 key formulas to pay close attention to. Now this formula will enable you to solve any question regarding this type of question. Just so we have 4 formulas. The first is what? Time to reach the maximum height. Time to reach the maximum height. No, what? Time taking to reach maximum height, which is what? T. Time taking to reach maximum height, and it's very easy. This T here, T equals to what? U sine theta over what? G. That is it. U sine theta over what? G. Next is called time of flight. Time number 2. Time of flight, which one is capital letter T. Capital letter what? T. the time of flight, capital letter T, is equals to 2u sine theta over what? G. Do you understand? So the time of flight is 2 times of what? Time to reach maximum height. Do you understand? So that's called time of flight. 2u sine theta over what? G. Number 3 is called maximum height. Maximum what? Height. Which is what? Capital letter H. Right? Maximum height is equal to H equals to u square sine square theta over 2g. The maximum height, right? Maximum height H equals to u square sine square theta over what? Sine square theta over what? 2g. Now this sine square theta is also the same thing about u square sine theta. It's also the same thing here. So these two are the same, just like these two are about the same. Then number 4, horizontal range. Horizontal range, which is what? Arrow. The horizontal range, which is what? Arrow, is equal to u square sine 2 theta over what? G. So please pay attention. You have to master this thing here. Now that's why you need to master projectile motion. You have to master it very well, because you are going to use all this formula in some questions. You are going to see it continuously. You cannot escape it. So what I just saying here is that a body is projected with an initial velocity u at an angle theta to the horizontal, right? The time taken to reach the maximum height. So this is the first way, which is what? U sine theta over g. So here we have 2u sine theta over what? G. This is not the answer, right? U square sine square theta over what? No, this is not the answer here, right? But look at this guy here. U sine theta over G. So C is the answer. C is what is the answer here. Just that you can see how easy it is. Yes, C is now what? Is now what the answer. Now I'm having a class now, so I will not be able to continue this class. Just at this video. Sorry, I'm not be able to continue this video, but I'm still going to get more videos. Now, if you want to join my private class, send me a message that I want to join my private class. Please, my private class is not free. Don't come and tell me that. Please add me to your free class. I don't have free class. Only have class that students paid for, and they join the class and they learn every single day. Just the first 3 months is 29,000. Now, for those of you who want private one-on-one, you pay monthly. Send me a message on WhatsApp. Just and it's going to be of great help to you. JAMB is fast approaching, and the earlier you start preparing, better for you. If you come across this video and this video is helpful, you are still going to solve more videos. I'm having a class now. You are still going to solve more videos like this. But you don't have to wait for a free class. You want to join a system that works. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Send me a message on WhatsApp, and you make your payments and you join my class. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.